Hey, I'm Dustin from Through the Static. I'm guitar and vocals.
I'm Josh from Thru the Static. I'm bass and backup vocals.
I'm TJ. I play the drums.
Thru the Static formed back in July 2001. Me and a friend, Dan, we were just jamming to just some of our favorite tunes back in the day. And then we decided, you know what, neither of us can really sing, and we need an extra guitar player, so why don't we try and go to our favorite teen center / venue, the Garage in Burnsville. And we decided, hey, let's put up a flyer saying that we need a guitar player, singer. And Dustin called Dan, said, hey, I'm interested. And me and Dad talked about it. Actually, the first time we rejected him because he was in another band and we were kind of selfish and we're like, we don't want the spotlight taken away from us. So after that, we're just like, you know what, why not? He's a cool guy, good musician, why don't we take him in? It's a good decision. He has definitely been a good focal point in the band, definitely since day one. I started jamming in July 2001, and we finally had our first show in December 2001. And ever since then, it's been through a ton of drummers. We used to be a 4-piece, now we're a 3-piece. And yeah, we're still rolling, still making some great tunes 3 albums later.
I think we all kind of have our own musical influences that
Kind of blend together.
So like, I usually listen to a lot of older stuff, Pearl Jam. I like Seven Dust quite a bit. So I'm more of like I like heavier music, I think, more than these guys probably do.
I mean, I'm into the Seven Dust as well, but I like a lot of Dashboard Confessional type stuff and listen to a lot of Yellow Card, and I like the local scene a lot, the Minneapolis local scene. There's just so much talent and such, like the Twin Cities is just so talented with music, and so I'm always trying to find influences within the city and support those as much as I can, as opposed to supporting the guys that are already huge. I'd like to try to find the people that need the support and support them as much as possible personally.
That's one of the good things too about being in a band is you learn when you're in a van or a truck with somebody on the road. You don't really have a choice but to listen to a bunch of different styles of music. So it kind of opens up your eyes to some new stuff that you probably wouldn't have listened to otherwise.
We get along when we were in the truck. I mean, like, we all pretty much like Seven Dust. I mean, we all have certain tunes, certain artists that we all really like. And then there's sometimes that, I'll throw on some hip hop and they may not like it, or I don't know, like I'm kind of more into like different genres. I like lesser known artists, Rush, Peter Gabriel, but I don't know, I think
They're pretty well known.
not really.
Well, not nowadays.
No.
But no, I think I think like most of our music styles are all pretty similar. So like that kind of helps. We don't really.
I think if you watch us perform live, you can definitely see our influence. If we tell you our influences, you can definitely see it as we play.
Musically, as a band, though, probably Foo Fighters,
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat
sound
World,
like, yeah, that's probably closer to that.
Madonna.
Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie, I was about to say that.
I classify us as like alternative rock, I guess, but alternative is such a broad genre right now. I don't think anybody really knows what alternative is, because it once was the alternative to what was going on at the time, and now it's like alternative is the mainstream, and so
I'd say mainstream rock, probably.
Probably, yeah, that'd be a good way to classify it, I guess.
It's kind of weird though. I mean, we don't technically see ourselves a lot of stuff that you hear on the radio, mainstream. So, but we sort of have that influence, or we sort of have that kind of sound. But it's weird. It's there's so many different ways you can describe us, but I usually say alternative rock just to kind of get that broad genre.
We just got back from a tour, 22 countries in 6.5 months. That was pretty fun.
I got food poisoning in Japan.
No,
Japan.
We usually try to keep it pretty local. I think we play quite a bit in Minnesota.
We started.
And
We're
down
starting.
in Iowa quite a bit as well.
Yeah, we're starting to get more into Minneapolis scene, Fine Line, is a place that we're starting to play a lot more.
We're starting to try to pick and choose better where we play rather than just playing anywhere for anybody. Before it was just like we just wanted to get our name out there, so we play anything, like we play in people's basements if they wanted us to. But now it's like, we try to be, now that our name's out there a little bit more, we try to be a little pickier about, playing good shows.
Not that we don't like playing those shows, but it's just such a hassle because we have so much gear sometimes, to maybe set up and play for somebody's grandparents and their dog or something. So sometimes it's nice to, instead of playing 4 shows in Minneapolis in a month, maybe just pick one and promote that one so everybody kind of channels into that one show. But yeah, we're focusing a lot more on the Minneapolis scene now. We do go as far south as, Lincoln, Nebraska, or as far north as Duluth. But for right now, we're kind of focusing more on the local scene just to try to get our name out locally and build up a good fan base here so we can kind of branch out from there. You can find us, our music at any shows, obviously, for purchase, as well as iTunes, Amazon,
Some local stores.
yeah, Electric Fetus, Cheapo,
Sex World.
yeah. A bunch of places online are selling them a lot, for the most part, and that's where most of our sales are done.
Most importantly, our shows.
Yeah.
Actually.
We sell the most stuff at shows, probably.
So beautiful.
In the works right now, February 27th, at the Fine Line. It's not confirmed yet. I guess just go to the Fine Line Music Cafe's website and just be sure to look at February 27th.
And also look for hopefully for some fairly new music from us here soon.
Yeah, that's the main reason that our calendar hasn't been full for a while, is just because we've been taking some time off to write, and we're gonna work on recording a new album here, hopefully in the next couple months or so, maybe over the summer, do some more touring and that kind of thing. But so I know there's a lot of people out there that are wondering, why haven't we been playing shows? Are we broken up? Yada yada yada. And no, we're definitely not. We're just taking time to write and hibernate for the winter, I guess.
Yeah.
Cold, 13 below outside today or something.
Mention the websites, I guess.
Yep, go for it.
www.throughthestatic.com and www.myspace.com/throughthestatic, and we spell Through the Static THRU, the Static.
How the story goes, got a guy, got a girl, and they rock each other's world. I don't wanna be the first one out. They got a picture perfect plan that it's here to stay.